Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can, just so we can get out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So, all right, I need y'all to work with me, right? So, of course, you can see I'm not at home. I'm at a hotel in New York City. I'm from Washington, D.C. Pack my laptop, pack my camera, pack my mic. Go in my bag. The cord to my mic is like this. I try to put it in the computer. It's just not, it ain't working. Please, I need y'all to bear with me. I know the audio is not great on this video. If you can bear with me for one video, appreciate you. If not, that's fine. This is just an initial reaction. The Cavs get into the second round, and there will be no other videos with these audio problems. I will be back home before the Celtics play that first game, so I'll be straight by then. But bear with me. Thank you. So, as you guys should know, the Cleveland Cavaliers advanced to the second round after beating Orlando Magic in Game 7. It looked like Orlando was going to pull out with this game. They were up, I think, 18 in like the second quarter, and it looked like the Cavs had no answer for Paolo. It looked like the physicality of the Orlando Magic was just too much for the Cavs to overcome, even at home. Then, as teams do, they go on a run, and then Donovan Mitchell went on a run, scored, I think, 20 in that third quarter. And then they just played a hard-fought game, and they got a win in Game 7. So, as the Cavaliers win pertains to the Celtics, first thing you think of course, is Donovan Mitchell, right? He is still playing through an injury. Sometimes, I mean, it really don't look like it. In Game 6, he had 50 points. He scored all of their points in the fourth quarter. That is, like, unheard of in this time of basketball. And then tonight, he goes nuclear when his team needed him to do it the most. Scored 38 points, I believe, in this game. He's just amazing. And this is why I wanted to play. Like, I'm not scared of Cleveland. I think the Celtics can beat them pretty handily, even without Kristaps Porzingis. But I would have rather played Orlando because I just don't think the Magic can score with the Celtics. Now, while I don't think Cleveland can either consistently, Donovan Mitchell can have those type of games where he scores 50 or 55 points and he can win you a game. And he fuck around and have two of those games. So hypothetically, he has 55 in one game and 47 in that second game. And now that's two wins strictly off his back. And then on the offensive side of the ball, hypothetically you couldn't shoot that game and you couldn't guard him. Now you lost that game. And a huge thing in this series is Jared Allen. Somehow they got past without him in Game 6 and Game 7. He does not get the credit he deserves for being sort of an offensive hub. Of course, there's the Jokic's and the Sabonis. But Jared Allen, when this offense is efficient, Jared Allen is that hub. He plays as that hub part, and he was just dunking everything in this series. He averaged about 14 rebounds against a smaller center position for the Orlando Magic. And as Porzingis is for the Celtics, Jared Allen's availability for this series is immense to the success of the Cavaliers. All right, so just some quick notes, right? Donovan Mitchell, 40% of his shots in this 7-game series were mid-range. Now, the Celtics played the Cavaliers 3 times. They played them twice at home. They won both. They played them once in Cleveland. That was when the Celtics were up like 20. Cavaliers came back and won in overtime. Dean Wade game, it was some bullshit, right? But in those home games, they played a lot of drop coverage, right? For the first 3 quarters, or like the majority of those games, they played drop coverage. Donovan and Garland slaughtered it, but the Celtics were still up because they're just that talented. And then in the fourth quarter, they changed it. They applied more ball pressure, and then the Celtics just ran away, right? I think they will have a scheme for this team. Now, it could vary game to game. That was something I was concerned about in the Heat series. The chess match between Joe Mazzulla and Eric Spoelstra. It looked like Game 2, Eric Spoelstra really outcoached Joe Mazzulla. He came out and said, we're going to take every 3 that we see that's not contested. So if it's an open 3, we're going to take it. Spo had a perfect game plan for what he thought Joe was going to do in that game 2. He thought that Joe was going to allow them to shoot 3s. So he came out and told his team to shoot 3s. And the thing I needed to see from Joe after that moment was in-game adjustment. In that game 3, there was a lot of defensive adjustments from possession to possession, which really pleased me. Pleased a lot of Celtics fans. And it was history from there. So I really want to see what the Celtics do defensively to combat a guy like Donovan Mitchell or even a Darius Garland if he's hot. Also, a testament to that is that the Orlando Magic are really good defense. They allow the third fewest open threes in the league. The Cavaliers shot 33s per game in that series, and they shot 28%. The Orlando Magic get up in your shit. They don't let you get anything free. Like, Jalen Suggs is a physical presence at that point of attack. And sometimes a guy like Donovan Mitchell, there's nothing more that you can do. He's still going to score 50. He's still going to score 38. But that size on the perimeter did bother him, and it bothered Garland. They just got by. Of course, we have Derek White. We have Drew Holiday. We can throw in. We have Jaylen Brown. We have Jason Tatum, who I expect to guard Donovan in some fourth quarters. We saw that in the regular season where a star on the opposing team got hot for the first 3 quarters, and then Tatum guarded him in the fourth, and then it was lock diggity. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to come up with an effective scheme to guard him, whether Jared Allen is playing or not. Jared Allen playing, of course, makes things a lot tougher for us. KP not being in this series, possibly, if Jared Allen's here, that's a bigger problem than if it's just Evan Mobley. And yeah, the 3-point thing, the Celtics allow, I think, the 5th most wide open threes. So you have to tighten that up. We've seen what Orlando did as far as the 3-point line. I think when Donovan had 50 points, he had 36 in the paint. He's still playing through an injury, so he's just trying to like get those floaters up, score in the paint. So we have to, if you limit that 3, you can give the Cavs some trouble, just like Orlando did. And now, of course, the Kristaps Porzingis injury also ties into that. He's our best rim protector. So you have a guy like Donovan that is prone to get into the rim, having a lot of his points in the paint in these playoffs so far. Without your best rim protector, that is going to be hard. You have to just play as best a perimeter defense as you can. Derek White is a guy that can block some shots. You also have Al Horford, who's not like a vertical shot blocker. Like he can block shots, but again, having a 7'3" guy that's athletic, that can jump and reach and has range on his blocks is insanely valuable. You won't have that. And again, if Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are playing, their efficiency, it really counts on Garland and Donovan Mitchell. Don't think like, they're not as effective as a 2-man group on the court, but they are good when Garland and Mitchell are good. So if their creators aren't good, they're not guys that you can hand the keys to and say, hey, you create, right? That's just not happening. So if there's no KP and there's both Evan and Jared Allen, I think our front court can have some problems. But on the flip side, you have Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, George Niang, Sam Maria, and Marcus Morris. You can take advantage of defensively. Now, does that mean every possession that you see Garland on Drew Holiday, I want Drew Holiday just going there and backing him down? No. You run sets for them. You run actions for them, right? Don't just take the ball out of your guys' hands because you see Darius Garland on Drew. That could be some eye candy. That's the same thing that the Heat were doing against Jaylen Brown. Putting Tyler Hero on Jaylen Brown is like putting a steak in front of a lion and there's a trap box on top of the steak. Because for a couple of games, it was, all right, Jaylen Brown, I'm going to put Tyler Hero in front of you because I know you're going to attack him. I know you're going to go out of the flow of your offense. I know you're going to speed up just to take advantage of that. And in some of the games, Tyler Hero was actually holding up and it was like slowing down our offense. It was taking our rhythm away. And then the Celtics eventually found an effective way to combat that. And Jaylen Brown stopped taking jumpers on Tyler Hero and started using his strength, right? So if we're going to mismatch hunt, we have to do it effectively, right? Go at the guy, go at his chest. Don't shoot a jumper on him. Go through him because either you hit it or you go to the free throw line. Jaylen Brown, I know the free throw line is scared of you at this moment. We need you to hit those fucking free throws because we can't take advantage of the mismatch. If you get to the line, you do all that good work, get to the line, and you miss the free throw. Okay? Keep working on that. And as I talked about, Donovan shooting a lot of mid-range shots, right? The rim protection of Evan Mobley and Jared Allen will force the Celtics into more mid-range shots, right? My latest video I did, Celtics were doing a lot of post work, right, in that mid-range area. there's no rim protector on the Heat, especially if Bam is on Tatum. Now, I don't know if they're going to put Evan Mobley on Tatum, who's a great defender. I don't know if they're going to put Isaac Okoro on Tatum, who's also a great defender. It just depends on what they think is best. Is it the quick feed of Isaac Okoro or the size and the length of Evan Mobley? I don't know that yet, but there will be a favorable matchup every lineup that the Cavaliers play. So we just have to use that to our advantage. Also, the Cavaliers suck on the road. A no road team won the game in the Cavs and the Magic series. Then I went back. The Cavaliers are the second worst road team remaining in the playoffs, only to the Pacers. They were, I thought I wrote it down. I think they're 22-19. They were 22-19 in the regular season on the road. And in our head-to-head, they lost both games at our house and they won at their house. So that home crowd seems to be fueling them of some sort, right? So if you get a win in Cleveland, you protect home court, you're straight. All you need is one win in Cleveland. That's all you need. Now, I'm not saying you should strive for just a win in Cleveland, but getting a win in Cleveland is imperative in this series. And that's all I got for today. It'll be a more in-depth look. I promise you the audio won't sound like this. Thank you guys for sticking with me with this video. Please comment down below what you think. My prediction. I got season 5. I wouldn't be opposed to season 6. But I have them at 5. Depending on what Jared Allen does and out of respect for Donovan and his ability to just take over a playoff game. So I would say 5, but I won't be surprised if it goes 6. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, share any and everyone that you can. Push me out there a little bit more. Thank you for bearing with me. You won't have these audio problems again, I promise. But this is Nick. Peace.